So Bitcoin is the first money that humans have ever invented or discovered that is both easy to use and hard to make more of, because in the case of Bitcoin, the Bitcoin network only produces a new amount of Bitcoin, and that new amount of Bitcoin drops every 4 years. I can also send any amount of Bitcoin anywhere in the world in a few seconds for very low fees on the Bitcoin network, which is very hard to do. Right now on a Saturday, I can't send money. If I want to send money right now across the planet, I can't, because the banks are closed. They will not allow me to wire money until Monday. And even then, the other person doesn't get it till Tuesday or Wednesday. And usually wire transfers get rejected the first time for some reason. You got to try them again. Something's not right, whatever. It's just a royal pain to move significant amounts of money around. So anyway, Bitcoin solves that. So to summarize, money is a technology. The best money is easy to use and hard to make more of. Every past technology that has failed the test of being both easy to use and hard to make more of has eventually been supplanted by another technology that is either easier to use or harder to make more of. In the case of, beads and, glass beads and seashells and things like that, a lot of it was a function of just scarcity, the hard to make more of. The move to fiat currencies was entirely driven by the desire to have a currency that was easier to use, because obviously fiat currencies by their nature are way easier to make more of, which is why they're not scarce, which is why we have inflation and why prices are continually rising, because the government never stops printing more money. Long term, I think the entire world will end up on a Bitcoin standard, that Bitcoin will be the new monetary system of the world. It will become the reserve currency for corporate treasuries, as in corporate, companies where they keep their money. I think it'll ultimately end up being the preferred store of value for central banks. But each of those things takes a long time. Bitcoin's been around for 15 years, and it's just barely on the front end of getting past just consumers. There's only a handful of companies that are keeping Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and 0 central banks, to my knowledge, that are keeping Bitcoin on their balance sheet right now.